you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans.
12 seconds beating Jackson. Tiger
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Hello and thank you for joining us at the beautiful Shawnee High School, where today we will see a boys wrestling matchup between the Shawnee Renegades and the Cherokee Chiefs. I'm Scott Mitchell, joined by Scott Glosner. Scott, what can we expect from today's matchup?
You never know what to expect when two district teams get on LDTV for any sport, but wrestling's a whole different animal than anything else we do on LDTV. The individual matchups, even though one team may look stronger than the other, the individual matchups. And it's going to be which team can stay off their backs and avoid getting pinned and giving up those bonus points. But I look for a great match tonight here on LDTV, Scott.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a great one, so as always, stick around.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or comegnolaw.com. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/headsup. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
On is down, right? No, on is up.
Welcome back to Shawnee High School. We're just about 10 minutes away from getting underway here in the boys wrestling matchup between the Shawnee Renegades and the Cherokee Chiefs.
First of our school year 18-19 LDTV winter broadcast, and we've got a good one here tonight, Scott. We've got the Shawnee Renegades hosting Cherokee Chiefs in wrestling, and as you see out there on the mat, the Cherokee Chiefs are warming up. Should be an interesting matchup. Shawnee has a couple of missing weight classes, which is going to make it very difficult for them this evening. Cherokee's very young in the upper half of their lineup, so it should be very interesting.
Yeah, as you mentioned before earlier, Scott, it can always be anything when you have two districts teams lining up. You never really know what's going to happen. You can see there the Cherokee team was just warming up now for the match. Well, now it's time for the AXA Equitable Keys to the Game. AXA Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. Give them a call at 732-452-7275. The first key today is going to be for Cherokee. they need to build off their momentum from the last match.
Yeah, and they were just in a tournament. Before that, they had a couple series of really tough matches, and they did very well there. And so they want to keep the ball rolling, so to speak.
Next one's going to be for Shawnee. They need to push the pace in today's match.
They got to take it to They got to take it to Cherokee tonight. They can't sit back and play and wrestle defensively. They need to be offensive. Set up your moves, finish the moves, and take it right to Cherokee.
And both teams are going to need to concentrate on back points today.
Like I talked about in the opener, Scott, bonus points are what wins and loses high school wrestling matches anymore. And you got to stay off your back. And if you get put to your back, you've got to get off your back, because the worst thing you can do is give up the 6 points with a pinfall.
Well, there you can see the Cherokee wrestling team warming up and getting ready for this match today. Both teams coming into this doing fairly well this season. But now it's time for the AXA Equitable Sideline Report. AXA Equitable, providing millions of customers with life insurance and annuities and other needs-based products since 1859. AXA Equitable, be life confident. Give them a call at 732-452-7275. And now let's send it over to Alexa Henry with the report.
Thanks, guys. I had a chance to talk with the Shawnee head coach, Tom Mann. He said that the team has tried to prepare to improve and condition throughout as the season progressed. He says they hope to improve as a team and to hopefully to have success in the postseason. They also have been looking to different players to step up to the plate as the season progressed. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Alexa.
Yeah, and that's like I was saying with Shawnee having a couple of empty weight classes, and that's a problem throughout a lot of the South Jersey wrestling programs, is the fact that the numbers just aren't there, and that's a shame. Having been around this sport since almost 50 years now, either Pennsylvania and New Jersey, wrestling in high school and a little bit in college, and coached at Cherokee and then at Seneca, the numbers just aren't there anymore, and that's a shame, because it's a sport that can teach you so many valuable things in life, but it's a difficult sport.
Yeah, it's one that takes a lot of dedication and certainly a lot of hard work. Speaking about the numbers, something that we're noticing on the Shawnee team is there are a lot of siblings of teachers, people who have recently graduated. I think we have 4 younger siblings on the Shawnee team this year.
And that's what it is. It's usually a family type oriented thing. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll come back with the opening matchup tonight, which I understand is 132 pounds. So we'll be back and see you shortly.
LDTV programming can now be viewed on the LDTV YouTube page. Viewers can find a large variety of video content, including current and previous seasons of series such as We Teach and Where Are They Now, as well as LDTV's game show, Picture This. The page also features highlights from past and present LDTV awards, showcasing student video productions from around the district. You can also catch Lenape District varsity sports action with the latest LDTV sports broadcasts. Check out all the best shows, sports, and educational videos on LDTV's YouTube page at youtube.com/Lenape District TV.
Welcome back to Shawnee High School, where we're about to see the Shawnee Renegades take on the Cherokee Chiefs in today's varsity wrestling matchup.
Officials out there, our official, Mr. Pete Brand, out there with the captains and the coaches. Shawnee has won the flip.
Spectators can help to promote good sportsmanship by observing the rules of fair play. Annie Burrow, written.
The flip went Shawnee's way, and they have chosen the odd matches. So what that means is that they will have choice in the second period in all of the odd matches. That's a big deal sometimes, because it also means they have to send out first. Now, it's not a great big deal tonight, because the lineups are pretty solidly set. But when you have a match where there's, you could move your weight classes around, maybe weight 2 guys in at one weight, move one up, because you see who the other guy sends out first. I don't think that'll be an issue tonight, but you never know. It does give a, So, example, the first match now, Shawnee has to send their wrestler out first, and at the end of the first period, then Shawnee will have the choice of top, bottom, and neutral in the start of the second period.
Here we go, getting underway at the 132-pound weight class. Shawnee, that's Anthony Duarte Jr., and Cherokee, that is Ryan Rhodes.
Oh, nice snap and spin. A good takedown right there by Anthony Duarte.
Duarte trying to get the back. Rhodes doing a nice job of keeping control, staying pinned to Duarte's leg.
Doesn't help him though, Scott, because right now, as you can see, you can't see the referee in our picture, but he's pointing to the green wrestler. In this case, it is Anthony Duarte, who still has control. What Ryan Rhodes has to do is bring that up, and he's still in control. And there's going to be a reversal. Ties the match up at 2 apiece.
Rhodes still holding control.
Trying to work a quarter Nelson there. You see the hand comes under the arm and pushes on the back of the head. Trying to separate. If he separates here, he'd get his point escape. Oh, he's going to get through for a reversal instead. Nice move. Under 20 seconds now. Just out of bounds as Rhodes was looking to get what we call a Peterson there. Which would be a reversal and possibly lead to back points, but to no avail as they went out of bounds before Ryan Rhodes was able to get control. So Duarte will be on top. And there's the nice Peterson, and it's going to end up with a reversal and tie the match at 4.
Nice work there.
Looking for a 3/4 Nelson here. Oh, and the buzzer sounds before he's able to get any back points out of it. Wow, that's an old school move there by Ryan Rhodes. You don't see that very much at the high school level anymore.
Anthony Duarte really got saved by the end of that round there. Would have been some very important points for Ryan Rhodes.
If he's got another 5 to 10 seconds left, that's not one you usually get out of.
And one of the keys to the game today was back points. So that would have been very important for Ryan Rhodes to get those points there.
Ryan Rhodes chose bottom, and Anthony Duarte elected to let him up, which is a new rule that was instituted a few years back where you can just tell the referee, hey, I want to start neutral, and it gives a point to Ryan Rhodes for an escape. That should be a caution. Oh, no. Referee Pete Brandt, his bad. Interesting wrestling attire for the Renegades. First time I've seen them this year, and I kind of like something a little different with shorts as opposed to the singlets. And same thing with Cherokee. In the old days, you know, it was always a wrestling singlet. Going to be a 2-point takedown. Rhodes increases the lead to 3 now. It's 7-4. And here he's going for that 3/4 Nelson again. And Rhodes, oh, and he's got it locked in pretty good. Yeah. Referee Pete Brandt did count 2, so that'll be a 2-point near fall.
So I think that'll make it 9-4 then.
To counteract that, you have to take a long body and you have to keep the head up. Also get hand control, which he failing to do so is going to allow Ryan Rhodes to get that, and he's going to try it again. There's the pin.
Yeah, Ryan Rhodes had control for most of that match. And
at exactly the
finally
3-minute mark.
Just pin it. It's a good win by Ryan Rhodes.
Great way to start for your team. You know, that's a great coming out right on the first match of the night and getting that pinfall right there.
Giving the max amount of points to the Cherokee Chiefs right off the bat.
And now what may be their best wrestler comes up next in Cooper Pontelandolfo.
Well, Jalen Horsley shortly has his work cut out for him in this match.
Agreed. Pontelandolfo up 3 weight classes this year. He was a 120-pounder last year. Now up to 138, but you can see he is really filled out and worked very hard in the offseason and starts it off with a takedown.
Jalen Hersley working hard to get back up.
Pontelandolfo running a 2-on-1 there, now going to work it into a tilt, a 1-on-1 tilt. And back points are garnered by exposing your opponent's back for a period of time. If it's anywhere between 2 seconds and 4 seconds, it's 2 points. 5 seconds or more, and you get 3 points. And so that's why he got the 3. And then lets Jalen Horsley up to make it 5-1. Takes him down again. Looks like he's going to let him up again. And he does, and they go out of bounds. Near side underhook there by Pontelandolfo.
Pontelandolfo trying to work Horsley to the ground, wasn't able to.
Both men trying to get hand control. Nice shot there.
There's Pontelandolfo going for a
outside
shot.
Single, now switches it off to a double, but good defense by Horsley to prevent the takedown there. Now in a front headlock.
There's another shot by Pontelandolfo. He'll be able to get Horsley to the ground.
And he's got the hip covered, so it's going to be 2 points.
It's going to make this 9-2.
Be interesting to see if Cooper lets him up here. Yep, and he's already shown he's going to go what they call an optional start, which means he'll put his hands in the middle of his back. Probably more than likely let Horsley go. Keeping pressure on the head, and does let him go, but never really.
There's another shot by Pontelandolfo. Go after
Now
that hip
switch
again.
off to that double. Really nice.
And
Nice
he's going to
job.
go for and that's going to be a 2-point takedown.
11-3 as we're into the last few seconds of period number 1. Choice will go to Cherokee here in the second period.
Not all in the first period. Cherokee ahead 11-3 in this match.
Pontelandolfo takes bottom. He already has a major racked up at this point, leading by 8. 8-14 gets you a major and 1 bonus point to make it 4-point victory, or 4-point points, I should say. If by chance Cooper would get it up to 15, then it's called a technical fall. The match would be stopped. At that point, he'd get 5 points. And of course, as we saw in the opening contest, the regular fall for 6 points. Real nice go behind there by Pontelandolfo, increasing the lead 14-3. Now he's looking for a far side cradle. And Horsley's in trouble here, Scott.
There's another 3 points for exposing the back.
At least. Now, he doesn't give the points until the hold is broken.
Will it go up more than 3 points if he keeps it exposed?
No, it would not. You could keep him there for 30 seconds. He'd still get 3 points.
So at this point, is he looking for a pin?
I don't think yet. And again, you saw now that he broke the lock there on the cradle, that's why. Now he's up to 14. So if he turns him again and doesn't pin him, it's going to be a tech fall. So I think Cooper at this point realizes if he's going to turn Jalen one more time, he's going to have to finish it. Now he's running a 1-on-1.5, and that's a deep half. And Jalen Horsley's in a world of trouble here. And there's the fall.
Well, Pontelandolfo certainly ran that match from the beginning. That'll put Cherokee up 12-0 in today's matchup. Next up, we have the 145-pound weight class. For Cherokee, that is Ian Manahan. And for Shawnee, that is Cole Kalimvakis.
Another veteran here for Cherokee and Manahan. It'll be interesting to see how Cole Kalimvakis can handle the veteran Manahan.
There's a shot by Manahan.
Nice single and nice finish.
It's going to be a 2-point takedown for Cherokee.
He's looking for a power half there. He's got the leg in a reverse way. It's almost in what we call a Merkle position if he would lock around the head, and that's what he's looking for. He's looking for a half and then extend the leg to try to get Cole Kalimvakis to his back. Notice how he keeps a lot of pressure so that Cole can't get up to his base. he's on his base, but he's controlling the upper body so strongly that Cole really can't get out from under that. A lot of people would look and say, oh, he's riding high, but the pressure that Ian Manahan has on Cole is allowing him to keep him on the mat. Now he's got a cradle locked in. Oh, and that's locked in really solid, and there's a pin, 1 minute, 6 seconds.
Is that the third or second pin of today's match, Scott? I believe that's the third pin
in a
today.
row, 3 matches, 3 pins for the Chiefs. And as I said, you know, I talked to you off air, Cherokee's very solid in the middle, lower and middle weights. It's when they get to the upper weights, a couple of newcomers in the line. It'll be interesting to see how they go.
Well, sure. I mean, you got Alex Pfeiffer, who's been, I know Alex Pfeiffer, he's been wrestling since 7th, 6th grade.
And Adam Geisenheimer is just a freshman.
So it's going to be, that's where Shawnee's going to have to try to regain some points. But unfortunately, right now in these matches, they're going to have to try to hold off some and not give up a pin.
Yeah, and you got another Nathan Lipinski, who's wrestled several years, a couple varsity letters already, and Jay Stokes, who has not wrestled that long in the program. So
Jay Stokes has got to hope to just not give up a pin here.
Yeah,
he just can't give up the full 6 points in this match.
Right, and Shawnee's got 3 forfeits that I know of coming up between 170, 182, and 195.
So you're looking at least
they've dug a huge hole, yeah.
You're looking at around 35, 36 nothing already, including the forfeits. So Shawnee has got to start making up some points at this point.
Lipinski trying to get a Turk. He's got the Turk in, and now a real nice cross body right now. He's going to come up on top.
There's the exposed back. Jay Stokes
takes the elbow. Notice how he took the elbow and pushed it up to his head. That drives the shoulder down, and there's a 56-second fall for Nathan Lipinski.
So that is the 4th pin in as many matches for the Cherokee Chiefs. So now we're moving on to the 160 weight class. We're going to have Colin McCourt for Shawnee and Salvatore Tagliaferro for the Cherokee Chiefs.
You know, with Isaac Dean being out of the lineup in that last weight class, 152, you had a 10-3 wrestler there that they weren't able to get in the lineup tonight, so that hurts them as well. Now you've got the Tagliaferro as a sophomore against McCourt, who's a senior.
Tagliaferro's got McCourt now.
No points yet. Oh, nice whizzer there by McCourt. Preventing the takedown. Here coach is yelling, keep the whizzer, keep the whizzer. Don't let your head drop. Right by the out of bounds, and I think they're going to stay in bounds.
McCourt turning his
step
body,
over here. Oh, that's, again, he let his head drop, and he was able to, Tagliaferro was able to step right over, and there's a 1 minute fall.
And there is the 5th pin in as many matches. Cherokee.
Yeah, now you've got nobody that I know of for Cherokee or for Shawnee, I mean, until 220. So there's going to be a bunch of forfeits. It's going to start off with 170. This is Zane Clinshaw, the rare combination of golfer and wrestler.
Well, let's take a look at the Ivy Rehab replay. Ivy Rehab Physical Therapy on the web at ivyrehab.com.
Here's where he dropped a nice little wrench there and then steps over, and that's what gets the momentum taking him to his back, and then he finished it.
Scott, you used to wrestle, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Wrestled for Lenape and Cherokee way back in the day.
How hard would you say it is to keep your neck arched like that when you're up on your
You have to do a lot of bridging drills, that kind of thing. It's difficult when you get overpowered like Colin was there. It's a very difficult thing to do, but what you have to do is not get yourself in that position.
You just can't. You got to prevent that from happening.
And once you're there, it's so hard to keep that from happening.
Yeah.
And when you're in that whizzer move there, you kind of got to keep your hip higher than your opponent's hip. So this looks like a 220. That looks like Alize Alvarado out there.
I think that's actually going to be at 195. Alize Alvarado. Oh, is it?
No, we're at 220.
Oh, we are at 220?
Yeah. Alize, is that how you say it?
Alize.
Alize.
Alize Alvarado.
My apologies. And it should be Vincent Mattia. But I'm not sure about that.
220 pounds. Cherokee, Mattia, Shawnee.
Vincent Mattia for Cherokee. This is Alize's first year wrestling. He's able to put Mattia down. He's going to take Mattia's back.
Nice takedown by Alize. Oh, and that probably is going to be an illegal slam. 1 point for red for a penalty. When you take him up off the mat, you've got to make sure you take him back gently. And, you know, Alvarado did not, obviously, and landed him, you know, pretty solidly on his shoulder. But
Scott, how much of that is, that's completely up to the ref's discretion?
It's the referee's discretion as to whether you had control of your opponent or not, and I don't think Alvarado did. You know,
and intent to injure as well would be a factor into that.
It could be. I'm sure there's no intent there to injure.
But it wasn't, in general.
And sometimes that
speaking,
happens. You know, you get a lot of heated combatants going at it, and you know, you get a little. Now we're going to have a locked hands, as you see the referee there in the background clasping his hands together. And what happens there is they don't stop the mat immediately. That's a technical violation. They don't stop the match immediately. They try to give the bottom man a chance to get out, and then he would get 1 for an escape, 2 reversal, and then the penalty point on top of that. But if it goes 10, 12 seconds and no change, then they're going to stop it, award the point, and start over. Oh, really nice job there. Overpowered Mattia in that one, and now he's got to finish. Could do better here with a regular half.
This would be a
nice job fighting off his back by Mattia, though.
That would have been a big 6 points for Shawnee.
Vincent Mattia did a nice job. Now he's got the regular half and gets it higher on the head and pry the elbow. You know, he didn't do a good job there. He had him where he wanted him, but just didn't finish the half properly. Now he's going to let him up again. Takedown for Mattia. And takes him to his back. Gets a little high. We got some action here.
Alvarado's going to do a good job getting out of that one.
Alize got a little lucky there because Vincent got a little high, a little aggressive when he took him over. His body weight went over. You know, he didn't stay back.
Well, I'm pretty sure Vincent Mattia there thought that one was over. He thought he was going to pin him right there and the match would be done, but Alvarado doing a good job of getting out of that one there.
Shawnee confers, Cherokee chooses the defense.
So he gives him another point. Now and they're doing that for a couple reasons. One, he already has a locked hands penalty, so you don't want to get a second one. And number two, they think he can win this bout on his feet. And there's a good example of Alize Alvarado with another nice takedown. And stretching his lead to 11-7 here in the 220-pound matchup. Now trying to stack him up and turn it into a cradle, but he got a little too high there. Now Mattia's got a single, see if he can finish that. Nice back trip. Nice job. Can he get his hips higher? Yes, he can. Oh, and a pin. What a shocking turn of events that is. Oh, wow. My word.
What a pin there by Mattia.
In a match that looked like Alize Alvarado really was controlling.
Looked like Shawnee was going to finally get some points there.
Just bad hip positioning and that stuff, and great job by Vincent Mattia.
Well, there you see Alvarado's his first year wrestling. You see
that
some
shows. That's
rookie
absolutely
mistakes
right.
there.
Absolutely right. But I like his aggression, and if he continues to be that aggressive on the mat and he gets more skilled, he's going to turn into a very fine wrestler.
Good job by Mattia sticking in there. Now we have the heavyweight weight class. Alex Pfeiffer versus Aiden Geisenheimer.
Alex Pfeiffer,
Geisenheimer,
a junior, and Geisenheimer, a freshman. Collar and elbow tie. Tries for a throw by.
Scott, this is a little bit different than some of the other heavyweight bouts I've seen before.
You mean they're not dancing?
They're not dancing, and they certainly do not look like, these guys both look like they could be wrestling in lighter weight classes than the
Nice,
than the
real nice
heavyweight.
takedown there by Alex Pfeiffer.
There's Pfeiffer on top now.
What move they call a butcher. You get two hands under there. It's notoriously used by Cherry Hill West. Now he needs to throw a regular half in. Regular half, and he'll do it. And there he got him over. And the Renegades are on the board.
There's Alex Pfeiffer with the first pin and the first points for the Shawnee Renegades today.
In 1 minute and 11 seconds. Did a nice job on the takedown and kind of just overpowered.
Good work by Alex Pfeiffer. Alex Pfeiffer also an offensive lineman for the football team here at Shawnee. You can certainly tell it's a big man who has a lot of strength, and he used it there.
And he did a nice job of overpowering Geisenheimer there. Now we've got what should be 3 of the best matchups of the night coming here, 106, 113, and 120.
Here's 106, Nicholas Armando for the Chiefs, and Nick Cotton Jr.
Catone.
For the Renegades. Nick Catone.
Nick Catone.
Nick Catone Jr. for the Renegades. There's Catone with a shot.
Father was a longtime head coach at Timber Creek. So he's been around wrestling since he was a small child. Both of these, despite the lightweight and youngness in terms of their grade, both are very experienced wrestlers.
A little bit different than the last match we've seen, a little bit more speed.
Yeah, it's funny when it starts, you know, and goes around. Years ago when I wrestled, you always started at the first weight, which when I was wrestling was 101. Now 106, and it always started at 106. Every match started at 106. I was the first one every match. And I like the, you know, they've done it for many years now where you draw before the match, and it could start anywhere. And it's kind of weird to watch it go from the heavyweights, you know, the heaviest guys to the lightest guys.
Well, starting anywhere. One of the big advantages is it's not always on the heavyweight guys to win the match.
Yep, that's absolutely right, and that's one of the reasons why they did it.
Any other reasons, Scott, that you know of?
No, I just think they wanted it to change it up so that it wasn't always the heavyweights that it came down to. This is where choice now is going to be very important because these are two evenly matched wrestlers. We're 0-0 as we near the end of the first period, and the choice will go to Shawnee, and it would surprise me if coaching staff at Shawnee does not take bottom in a 0-0 matchup. And he is taking defense. And the reason for that is if you get into the overtime situations, there's two 30-second periods where they flip the coin, but then if they'd still be tied into what they call the ultimate tiebreaker or ride-out position, that last overtime period, the person that scored the first point of the match.
Yeah, the person who scored the last point of the match, they would.
The first point of the match would have choice to whether they wanted to go top and try to ride him out, or whether they wanted to go bottom and get it that way. Nice sit out and turn. Legs thrown in there by Armando. Tripod by Catone trying to come out the back door, but he's got the legs in there. Nice job by Nick Catone to try to pull the foot out. Now he's got one. Here's where he ought to swim for the head. If he can get that one hand free, the left hand, and swim for the head, come out the back. Now he's almost out, and that's going to be 2. First 2 of the match goes to Catone for the reversal. Riding a nice claw there underneath the chin and cupping the far shoulder.
There's Catone. Catone's still up 2-0 here. 30 seconds left to go in the second period.
The Shawnee coaching staff was maybe looking for a little stall on the top there. The top man's job is to work for a fall each and every second of the match. And some of the Cherokee coaches there were clamoring for possibly a stall call on the top. Under 20 seconds now to go. Nice tight waist ride, good arm chop, drives him right into the mat. Good job by Nick Catone riding on the top here.
That'll end the second period. Catone up 2-0.
The Armando's choice now, which he chooses down. Now he's got to get out. He wasn't able to get out for a good portion of that period. So
it's an interesting choice by.
Well, it's the only way you're going to score here.
Yeah.
You haven't taken him down. You haven't been able to hold him down. So you really, the only way you're going to get back into this match is if you get maybe a reversal to tie it, or certainly an escape, and then you'll have half a period to try to get the takedown, which could be enough to be victorious. He's got a Western ride hooked, which normally that's something that a referee is not going to allow for a long period of time. We'll see what Pete Brandt does here. Got a warning on Cherokee. One-on-one trying to work a bar in there now. Cross body right in now. He's got the legs in.
Just over a minute left to go in the third period. Catone still leading by 2.
He's trying to work with that cross body to try to turn him on his hip. Nice recovery there by Catone because he almost lost control of him. He's got a cradle locked in now. He's going to get back points and more. With under 40 seconds to go now, we've got a cry out by Armando. I believe a rib injury maybe. Trainer Kip Patterson is called out, and we're going to get 4 points. Now, there's one of the only times you get more than a 3-point near fall. When you have your opponent in a near fall position and he cries out in pain because he's hurt or something like that, then the referee can award a extra point, in this case the 4th point that we saw right there. That was a really tight cradle by Catone, though. Shawnee athletic trainer Mr. Kip Patterson out there. 10 to Nicholas Armando.
Scott, can this match continue, or since there has been a cry out and
no, it's he's on what they call injury time, and he has a minute and a half, and he's up and ready to go. And how that works is, the first time you can get an injury time, you have a minute and a half to to take your entire time. And most people don't unless they're actually really hurt. But if it would happen a second time, then it would go to choice of Shawnee. You get a choice if you're a second injury time. Let's say it's to you, Scott. Then I would get choice of top, bottom, or neutral. Nice quick move by Armando. Good coverage by Catone. 30 seconds now left in the matchup. Almost a stalemate situation here, and there it is. I got beat Pete Brandt to the call there, but it looked like neither man. And that's where, when they call a stalemate, just like in life, you know, like you have in chess or anything like that, nobody's gaining an advantage. They'll stop it, put the two fists together, and they'll start over again, depending on whether they were on their feet, or in this case, Nick Catone was on top, and that's where he stays. And this is going to be a Shawnee win for Nick Catone by the score of 6-0.
Well, it's back-to-back Shawnee wins. As you were talking about earlier, Cherokee was very dominant and had a lot of depth in the weight classes we'd watched at the beginning of this match. But as we get towards the end, the heavyweights and some of the lighter weights, Shawnee definitely has an upper hand here.
Yeah, these are three great matchups. Next, we're going to have Brady Bimmer against Jake Hastings, and this will be another great matchup.
Say two freshmen, Brady Bimmer and Jake Hastings, in at the 113 weight class.
Single by Brimmer. Nice whizzer there by Hastings. He's trying to get a quarter Nelson, but he should be out in front of him. Oh, nice lift. Now he's got to get it out. Now he's got to look for some sort of trip or a treetop or something like that. Bring him back to the center. Oh, nice takedown.
There's going to be 2 points for Brimmer.
Working a one-on-one there is Brady Bimmer. Trying to pull it through for a ball and chain is what they call it. Or a tilt. He's looking to tilt. Here comes the tilt. Now can he catch? He did. Nice job. Notice the left foot underneath the knee area, which holds the wrestler in place, along with that tight one-on-one, results in a 3-point near fall for Brady Bimmer, extending his lead to 5-0. In the last 15 seconds now of period number 1. Choice will belong to Cherokee at the end of this period. Nice job getting to his feet, but that's where the period ends. Cherokee defers. Shawnee going to choose neutral. I think Hastings found out how tough Bimmer is on top there that period, so he chose neutral.
Hastings.
Trying to get the quarter Nelson in there. Bimmer trying to turn the corner. And that's got all the makings of a stalemate here, Scott. There it is.
Yeah.
Again, for those of you who might be watching, you stalemate, neither wrestler able to gain any advantage. They were locked into the position they were in, and so the referee stops it and puts them, in this case, back on their feet again.
Scott, how long is the ref going to wait before he calls a stalemate?
Anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds, probably. I'm probably closer to the 10-second mark. When it's pretty apparent that they're locked in pretty tight and nobody's going to gain an advantage. Jake Hastings has to kind of get his knees under his chest there, and there's another stalemate. .3 remaining in the second period. Brady Bimmer holding a 5-0 lead over Jake Hastings, and Shawnee holding a 54-9 lead here. Or I'm sorry, Cherokee. Sorry, thanks, Scott. 54-9. Still neutral, trying to come out the back door. Nice job by Bimmer. Hastings still has a hold of that leg, so there's no control. And we've got our third stalemate in, what, the last 30 seconds?
Yeah.
That's
Pretty evenly matched.
and
here.
that's when you know that the kids are pretty evenly matched, the wrestlers are pretty evenly matched up. Both are able to assert their moves, but both are also able to counter.
Well, Jake Hastings is the younger brother of 2018 graduate Griffin Hastings. Very prominent wrestler here at Shawnee over his full 4-year
We're going to
career.
get a warning against Brady Bimmer for stalling as he backed off the mat there. Nice call there by Pete Brandt. Good shot by Hastings. Question is now, can he finish it? Trying to come out the back, but Bimmer's got a hold of his ankle, and there'll be no points there. So we go to the third period, which will now be Cherokee choice. Brady Bimmer will choose bottom. Still 5-0.
Well, there's the second instance today where we saw the time really give an advantage to one wrestler. I believe earlier it fell in Shawnee's advantage. This time it fell in Cherokee's advantage.
Escape for Brady Bimmer increases his lead now to 6-0.
A shot by Hastings. It'll go out of bounds though.
And we've got all the makings of another stalemate right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Bimmer now just has to go under that leg. If he goes under the right leg, nice. Oh, that's why you go under the right leg, get it over your head, so that Brady Bimmer can't do what he just did. Trying to work his way out. Bimmer still has his leg trapped. Now, once he hooked that leg, that's 2 points for Jake Hastings. And he's on the board at 6-2.
Hastings got 40 seconds to make up 3 points now, so Hastings got to make some stuff happen here. Oh, I'm sorry, make 4 points up. Hastings now has 30 seconds. Well, Scott, 20 seconds left. Hastings is behind 6-2.
Yeah, he's got one option really, and that's to give him an optional start and try to crash into him, and maybe take him right over to his back.
Yeah.
Nice job, I got to tell you. Nice job there by Brady Bimmer as he kind of, went belly, which he knows what he has. He's got one warning against him. Could even give up a second one, and there it is. So, and that still makes it a 3-point lead.
2 seconds, that'll end this match. That'll fall Cherokee's way.
6-3 with the final score. 3 team points for Cherokee and increases their lead to 57-9. And now we go to the 120-pounder, the brother, Andrew Armando for Cherokee, and we have Bryce Dunleavy for Shawnee.
Captain and senior Bryce Dunleavy, his record this year, 10-3.
Been a solid wrestler in this program.
Dunleavy.
And we're going to get a warning against Dunleavy for backing out of the mat. Now there's no points yet. He's still got the leg hooked. Now he's going to give him 2 when he hooks a Western rod. Nice job by Armando to come around and get the leg hook, which is what is one of the criteria to award that takedown, even though Dunleavy still had his leg.
It's going to give Armando a 2-point lead on Dunleavy. Just about 20 seconds left to go here in the first period.
He's trying for a far side cradle there. Wasn't able to lock it in. Dunleavy did a nice job of keeping a long body there. Back to the center. Have a caution on top. Didn't set properly. And we're going to have another caution this time. Another caution on red. So that's 2. So that means if Andrew Armando would get another caution, he gets a point. The third caution, you get 2 for free, basically. On the third one, it's a point for your opposition. And every subsequent one thereafter. Nice job by Bryce Dunleavy getting the escape there to make it a 2-to-1 matchup with just 4 seconds to go.
Well, we're in the first period of this match here, Scott, so that third warning could come into factor here when we have a 1-point match.
It could. You're absolutely right. He's got to be very careful now when setting on bottom or top. Dunleavy chooses bottom, trailing 2-to-1 as we enter period number 2. Got a 2-on-1, trying for a tilt there. Dunleavy trying to establish hand control from the bottom. Looking for a fish hook now. Fish hooks when you have the one-on-one and then you put your hand in under the guy's elbow and try to pull him back to expose his back for back points. And put the elbow right in the crux of his back to try to get some leverage. It's almost like a fulcrum.
Yeah. Still working it out. Cherokee still holding a 2-to-1 lead in this match.
Nice job of riding on top here this whole period.
.30 seconds left to go in the second period of this 120-pound weight class matchup. Cherokee still holding a 2-to-1 lead, ahead 57-9 in the whole match. Shawnee's captain, Bryce Dunleavy, is going to choose to defend.
Oh, he had a switch there and had a chance, but the nice job there by Armando to catch the trail arm.
Armando's trying to work Dunleavy over onto his back. Not only in the second period.
So till 2-to-1 and a complete 2-minute ride out there by Armando, who now chooses bottom. So now Dunleavy's got to not only do the same, but he's got to turn him, or if he doesn't, he's going to have to let him go and work on his feet, and that's exactly what he does. So now he trails 3-to-1. He's going to have to get a takedown here.
at this point for Shawnee, it's more about pride. So this is
Absolutely.
it's a huge match. It's
Absolutely.
a big matchup here. Shawnee's captain. Try and gain some pride points here for Shawnee.
But he's up against a real tough competitor.
Yeah.
So, and it's been an excellent matchup.
Yeah, very evenly matched so far.
Dunleavy unable to get out on the bottom in the second period, kind of
Yeah.
put him a little behind the 8 ball, so to speak. And he's working it.
Scallon.
And Armando gets the takedown and now increases the lead to 5-1.
That's going to hurt in the long run for Dunleavy.
It is, and he wasn't able to get out the last period,
Yeah.
so unless, you know, he's got to come up with some big move from the bottom, maybe a sit turn into a Peterson or something like that, to not only get the reversal but pick up back points in the same move.
Yeah.
Armando doing a nice job of riding and controlling and tying up the hands in the one-on-ones and working, you know, up at the upper body area.
Cherokee.
Third period, Bryce Dunleavy still trailing by 4 points. Coming to the end of this match, it seems like Armando's going to take this one.
Real solid performance there by Andrew Armando.
And that'll end this match. That brings us to the final matchup of the night, the 126 weight pound class, where we have Aiden Higgins going up against Giovanni Figueroa.
The final bout of tonight, 126 pounds. Giovanni Figueroa for Shawnee, 80 Higgins.
Final match of the evening, and it put us.
Let's put Aiden Higgins against Giovanni Figueroa, the 126 pound.
And I know Aiden's older brother, Matt Higgins, was a very, very strong wrestler for the Renegades.
Aiden Higgins is 6-7 on the season so far.
Oh, nice work. Nope, going to be out of bounds, though. Giovanni Figueroa did a nice job there of circling and getting the leg and then circling around that leg to eventually drop Higgins to his hip. However, they were out of bounds before control was actually established. And there's a nice spin behind by Giovanni Figueroa. Gives him a 2-0 lead. The early portions of our final match of the evening, 126 pounds.
Figueroa has Higgins back. Just trying to spin him around now. Higgins doing a nice job.
Trying to work hand control so that Giovanni Figueroa cannot control. Got to get to his base, get off his hip there. Figueroa doing a nice job of keeping the weight on him. Here comes a one-on-one, cross face. Now looking for a cross face cradle. Got to get long body. He didn't do it. He's got it locked up tight now. Oh, but too much, and now we've got a reversal. Figueroa's in trouble.
Figueroa doing a nice job of keeping.
Look at that bridge.
Nice job with that bridge.
That's impressive. But doing a nice job. Higgins trying to keep his back down, but
seems like
eventually Figueroa will get away.
Wow. That was impressive by Figueroa.
Yeah, and it was rushed there by Figueroa.
Higgins didn't have quite the time that he would have liked. And that'll end the first period.
It should be 5-2, and there it is. They'll get it right in a minute. 2 for the reversal and 3 for the back points. But Figueroa had that cradle locked in deep and just tried to rush it. And that's one thing you can't do. Once you get that move locked in, you really kind of got to take your time when you have time. And he did have time. Cherokee chooses defense. Wouldn't that have put a shot in the arm for the Shawnee program, though?
Yeah.
But now Figueroa's got his work cut out for him. Trails by 3 going into the second period in a match that he really was handily controlling there for a good minute plus of that first period. You know, one mistake almost cost him the match. You know, he still has plenty of time to come back yet. But it's got to be a boost now, a little confidence builder for Aiden Higgins.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to give Aiden Higgins the momentum going into the second period.
Sure.
As you see now, Aiden Higgins is trying to get control.
Nice sit and turn. Good follows by Higgins. Now he works under the arm. Going to try to do something with a one-on-one here on the near side. Going to try to dig that and turn. He's got a post on the right side as well. He's got 2 one-on-ones and going to try to turn him. A good job by Figueroa to keep that near hip down so that he couldn't turn him. Now he comes to trying to come to his base. Nice little Granby roll there. Great follow by Aiden Higgins, but he's in trouble. He's high now. He's also trying to do a power half here. There it is. Figueroa swimming for the head. That could be trouble if he can lock that up. He's got the reversal, Figueroa does, makes it 5-4. Now he's got a Turk right there if he hooks that near leg. He's looking for a near side cradle.
Trying to hook that near leg.
Nice scissor, good leg scissor by Higgins to prevent that. Now he finally steps through and gets the Turk. But nope, didn't lift the leg. And Higgins gets back to his base and gets out of trouble. Good move there by
Higgins.
That's a good job by Higgins of giving up the 2 points as opposed to giving up 2 plus back points. That's good, smart wrestling there by a young man.
And that'll end the second period. Well, that's going to give Figueroa some momentum going into the third period.
I mean, Shawnee choice, he takes bottom. So Figueroa had a near side cradle, and that pulled him on top of him, basically. That gave Higgins the 5 points that he has, and then almost had a near side cradle there. So he obviously likes the cradles. Yeah. So he may not have picked up on our mics, but you heard, I think it was Coach Packer over there from Shawnee, instructing Aiden Higgins to watch the cradles. Don't let him lock it up, and that's where hand control comes in. You know, when I was coaching, I used to tell the kids he can't lock a cradle if you got his hands control. Now, at some point, Scott, if he doesn't turn him or anything, he's going to have to let him go. Yeah. And go back to his feet and try to tie it up with a takedown. And that won't be long. I would think, you know, if it get down to a minute and they're in the same position, I wouldn't be surprised to hear Coach Booth and the other Cherokee coaches say, let him go, to give him a full minute to try to work for that takedown. Yeah, you're nearing that 1 minute point now. That's kind of like in hockey, you pull the goalie, the same idea. You know, at some point you got to realize, hey, I'm not turning this guy for back points. Let's let him go. Can't and maybe afford to waste any more time. Right. Let's let him go and maybe I can get a takedown. Now what Aiden should do here is take that arm and put it across his head, and then he wouldn't be able to lock up the cradle. And there he finally did it, and it's going to result in probably a reversal. Nice job by Aiden Higgins there. Really nice wrestling. Increases the lead to 7-4. Nice follow there on that other attempted Granby roll. 30 seconds left here in the third period of this final match. This would be a big momentum builder for Shawnee to get out of here with the last match of the night. They're not good. A nice escape there. So it's not over yet. He's got about 15 seconds by the time takedown ties it and could send it to overtime. And he's got takedown and backs. Oh my! He's got back points, and that's going to be, I think he got the pin. And he got a fall at the buzzer at the 5:59 mark.
And that'll be the last stake through Shawnee.
Wow, that's a shame because Aiden Higgins wrestled a beautiful match there.
Yeah.
And just got caught at the end. Final team score is going to be 66-9, so a very impressive showing by the Chiefs tonight.
It's a tough way for the Renegades to end that one.
Absolutely.
Well, while we have a minute here, I'd just like to say a quick thank you to the LDTV crew that makes this all possible. Option 2 students Spencer Fody, Alonzo Belton, Anthony Corby, and Michael Sleeper. And Shawnee TV students Mary Snyder and Austin Suchecki, and as well everyone in the truck. Thank you very much for making LDTV Sports possible. Very dominant performance tonight by Cherokee Wrestling, just really taking control of the matchup. Final score being 9 Shawnee, 66 Cherokee. Really saw as we got into those later matches, Shawnee definitely had some stronger wrestlers, but fortunately it just was not enough. LDTV Sports productions are available online at youtube.com/LenipedistrictTV or for purchase at lrhsd.org/LDTV copies. The next game LDTV Sports will be covering is varsity girls basketball when the Cherokee Chiefs take on the Lenape Indians.
That will be a barn burner.
Yeah,
that is always a huge rivalry between the two schools and in that particular sport. So you see they're getting the mats cleaned up. We're gonna head out to, and on that note, we're gonna head out to sponsors. We'll be right back with the player of the game and the play of the game.
Today's game on LDTV Sports, sponsored by Deborah Heart and Lung Center. For care that's extraordinary, demanddeborah.org. Comegno Law Group, specializing in general and special education law, representing individuals, families, public boards of education, and independent schools. 888-313-IDEA or ComegnoLaw.com. Zallie's Fresh Kitchen Catering at ShopRite of Medford. For parties large and small, business and family, and more. Fresh ideas, fresh ingredients, fresh results. 855-ZFK menu or on the web at zalliesfreshkitchen.com. And by Heads Up, Eyes Forward. Please never drive distracted. www.lrhsd.org/headsup. For information on how your business can become a sponsor of LDTV Sports, contact Joe Malagrana, LDTV Underwriting Manager, at 609-268-2000, extension 8680, or by email jmalagrana@lrhsd.org.
Welcome back to Shawnee High School. As you can see, they are putting the mats away now. We just saw the Shawnee Renegades get dominated by the Cherokee Chiefs in varsity boys wrestling. Cherokee unfortunately just had more depth in their lineup. Shawnee had a few good matches but were bested by the Chiefs. Well, now it's time for the Good Hands play of the game. Sponsored by Michael McDyer, CLTC. Give him a call at 609-654-1426 or email him at michaelmcdyer@allstate.com. Allstate, you're in good hands. As you can see, Michael McDyer is pleased to sponsor our local play of the game. As you can see is the Cherokee pin by normal JV player Michael Mattia. Oh, I'm sorry, Vincent Mattia. Excellent job by Mattia there getting the pin.
Yeah, he turned a deficit into a victory, so that's good work.
Well, now it's time for the Reconstructive Orthopedics player of the game. Give them a call at 1-800-896-RECON or check them out on the web at reconstructiveortho.com. Let's send it down to Alexa Henry standing by for the interview.
Thanks, guys. So you were down 11-1. So take us through how you persevered through that victory.
I just thought about how I didn't want to be the kid known for, losing his first varsity match. I kept on pushing and just, tried my best to do what I can for my team, for my family, for my friends, just to, win the match for my school. Tried to, make a name for myself.
So how important was this match to you?
I didn't even really expect I was going to have a match. I expected to have a forfeit. But when I found out I did have a match, I kind of tried to focus on what I was going to try to do, like moves, what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, what to do if he counteracted the move, stuff like that.
All right, thank you, and good job.
Thank you.
All right, back to you.
Thank you very much, Alexa, and congratulations, Vincent, on your first varsity win and as well of getting player of the game. Well, that's all from us here at LDTV Sports. As you can see on your screen, the Cherokee Chiefs bested the Shawnee Renegades in varsity boys wrestling. On behalf of Alexa Henry, Scott Glosner, and everyone here at LDTV Sports, I'm Scott Minshaw.
This program was produced by Lenape District Television.
Do you have a plan to increase security in places like that?
The district has up-to-date and well-tested emergency response plans